feels so unnatural holding this right now. And I sing, but like talking into it feels weird as fuck. But I hate it. Let's just do it, okay? How about that? Hi everyone. Fuck my life. Wait. Hello. My name is Elisabeth, and if you don't know who I am, I just dropped my debut album. And some of you guys asked me to do a Q&A. So I asked you guys on Instagram if you had any questions for me, and I'm absolutely blown away by the amount of questions I got. I genuinely did not think I was gonna get this many. Like, I have not seen that many replies to a like story thing ever. It was crazy. I did 2 posts about this Q&A on my Instagram so that everyone that wanted to join could. If you weren't able to for some reason and you have any questions that I don't answer in this video, then make sure to comment them below or anything, and I'll obviously answer them there. But thank you guys for all the engagement around this and enthusiasm. Like, I was just genuinely not expecting that at all. It was fucking, I am just blown away. But yeah, as I said, I just came out with my debut album called White Heart Stain Easily, and I'm gonna be answering some questions around the album and the songs and whatever you guys wanted to know. I just asked you, like, ask me whatever, and you pull through, because there was some random questions that I will not be answering in this video, but I was genuinely so happy to see so many of you ask like genuine questions and like genuinely wonder about the album and about the music and everything, and that you didn't just like propose to me or something like that, which I'm just not taking proposals at this moment in time. Which, if you did that, by the way, it's fine, like, shoot your shot, but I'm not gonna be addressing that in this video, even though I kind of just did. But yeah, I'm just so grateful for you guys and all these questions and your enthusiasm about this album and everything, and I'm just grateful, okay? I'm so grateful. I'm grateful, okay? I just wanted to say that. Thank you so much for everything. My knees already hurt. This is just not good. So I have the questions on my laptop right here, and the audio quality on my phone is shit, so I have to hold this microphone the entire time because I don't have a stand or anything. Let's just pretend that this is like a podcast or something, you know. And then I also have myself a drink, non-alcoholic, of course. I would never drink alcohol. So I have this, I'm actually very excited about this. It's a new Red Bull, and I really want to try it, so I was like, fuck it, I'm trying it on camera. So I haven't actually poured it yet. Some ASMR for you too. I got you guys, I got you, don't even worry about it. I felt like that was just not good at all. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Kind of looks like blood though. I don't know how I feel about that. I just watched American Horror Story season 5 with Lady Gaga. She's so good, by the way, just so good. But they were drinking blood all the time, and that kind of reminds me of it. But I'm good with that. Let's taste. It's good. It's good, but it's not like, you know. I like the blueberry one. The blueberry one sent me into an orbit. Okay, now that we got our drink, we're ready to go. I'll be reading first names so that you understand that I'm referring to you, but I will not dox anyone, don't worry. I'll also probably be pronouncing every single name wrong, so I'm sorry in advance for that, and please do correct me. I'm gonna start off with some basic questions, some easy to digest questions, because I don't want to ignore anyone. So I'm answering everything. There was also a couple of just not questions, but just very nice comments on this, and I don't want to just not acknowledge them, so I'm gonna read them, which is gonna be very uncomfortable for me because it's about me, so I don't like that, you know, but I love it when it comes from you. I just kind of hate saying stuff like that about myself and reading that kind of, okay, whatever, you'll get it once we're there. First question I got was from Kyle and David. Asks how old are you? I am 21. I don't know what that was, but I am 21. Next question is from Joey. This one came like after other questions, that's why it's phrased this way. But Joey says, also on another note, what's your favorite color? My favorite color is baby blue, as you can fucking tell. I love baby blue so much. I also really love like the basic like non-color colors, like white and black and gray and all that. But when somebody asks you what's my favorite color, like I feel like you have to say a color. Because, I fucking hate when people get asked what their favorite color is and they say like black or white or something. It's like you have one color in your life that you like. Come on. Because I love white. I love black. But come on, like you can say one color too. I think it's way more fun. I think you can like tell a lot more from. Okay, that was just gonna be bullshit. I was gonna say you can tell a lot about someone's personality based on what color they say. If they say an actual color, that was just bullshit. Like I don't know if that's true, but I do like hearing the actual colors. That was a loud smack. Anyways, let's continue. Didn't mean to get controversial on you. Here comes the comments. Oh my god, I feel so conceited like reading these. I don't know if I will be able to. Dora says you're so pretty. Thank you so much, Dora. I also just don't know if you're called Dora. I just read Dora somewhere in your profile and I just ran with it. So if your name's not Dora, I hope you understand that I'm referring to you. Zoe says you're absolutely stunning. I fucking hate this. I'm so sorry. Thank you, both of you. You're so sweet. I love that you're telling me that. I just kind of hate saying it out loud. But I'm sure you both are absolutely stunning yourself. I cannot do this. Jane says, your voice is astounding. You did such an excellent job on this album. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Jane. Thank you so much. That was so eloquent. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. I forgot adding a name. Fuck. No, I can't do that. Hold on. Hold up. Okay, I got the name. Can you come to Spain? I really love your songs. Seriously. From Ali. That's the name. Ali. Thank you so much, Ali. Or Alice. I read both. I don't know which one you like the best. Either way, I love you. I just did not answer your question. I just read it. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. I would love to come to Spain. So yeah, I can't do that right as of now. But hopefully, we'll cross our fingers. Hopefully in the future, I'll be able to come to Spain and sing some songs for you and meet you. Let's cross our fingers for that. It's going to happen in the future. We're manifesting it. There's going to be a bunch of cuts in this video. I just can't talk properly today. So, okay, now we're getting into more questions that are like about the album. Lavira says, what's inspiring you, like books, artists, etc.? By the way, I love you. I love you too, Lavira. Thank you so much. I'm going to keep it $1.50 right now. I don't even care. I have not read a book in God knows how long. Like I have not read a book in a long time, which is not, I'm not proud of that. Like that's not good. Reading books is really good. Okay? And I'm not bashing reading a book. Like I love a good book, but I don't. You know what I mean? I should pick that up in the future. I love reading and I love words and writing and stuff, obviously. So books would probably be good for me. I just haven't had the time recently. As for art, you just did not care about any of that. I'm sorry. As for artists, my biggest like musical influences are definitely Ariana Grande and Taylor Swift. I've loved both of them since I was like an actual fetus. Ariana has just shaped everything about me, my music, and the way I, everything. Taylor has like, I take a lot of inspiration from the way Taylor Swift writes songs, especially in like the folklore shit. That shit just fucking hits. Like you can't even. Folklore is crazy. And Evermore, those two albums are like up there for me. She's just a great writer and I really, really, appreciate a good lyric. Like I always look at the lyrics. Like it's the first thing I do. Lyrics means everything to me. So those two artists are definitely like my biggest inspirations when it comes to music. I also just get a lot of inspiration from just random things like movies and shows that I've seen, and I take inspiration from, obviously from like stuff that happens in life, and also from things that happen to like people around me. Like it's just everything. I do feel that I get very inspired when I'm like out in nature. Like I really love that, just like sitting outside. Like I just in complete silence, just listening to the birds and the wind. And even though right now the wind is fucking annoying, but like in general. And the rain and I just think it's so calming, and yeah, I get most inspired when I'm like close to nature, I feel like. That was a long-winded answer. Hope you got what you wanted. I have bulked some of these together because some questions are obviously gonna be a little bit similar, so I'm just gonna answer them in one. John says, what equipment do you use? I love your sound. Thank you so much, John. And Alia asks, or Alia, I just suck, I'm sorry. How do you record music? So I record music in my room. As for what equipment I use, I'm just gonna put in a visual over here so that I can show you exactly the things I use. I have one of these like sound box things, like mic stand, sound filter thing. I have no idea what it's called. And then I have a pop filter in front of that one, and I have a microphone and an interface from this interface, Focusrite Scarlett something. And then I just plug the microphone into the interface and set it on the stand. I have a condenser microphone, which is better for studio recordings. Then I just plug the interface into my laptop, and I use Logic on my laptop. It's only available for Mac, but I know that Pro Tools is like the best for Windows if you have that. And then I just record my music into Logic, and that's pretty much it. And then I mix and produce and do all of that stuff in Logic. As for what other equipment I use a MIDI keyboard sometimes for producing and stuff. You don't need a MIDI keyboard, you can just use your computer and the keyboard on your computer. And then I use voice notes a lot. Like a lot. I think I have like 4,000 voice notes. Like, I'm not kidding. That's not an exaggeration. I think last time I checked, I think I had 3,500 voice notes. It's fucking insane. No one's allowed in there. Same goes for my notes on my phone. Absolutely not. Nobody's getting in there. So those two I use a lot when I'm writing, and I just kind of record just anything. If I have like a vocal thing that I want to do, I record it into voice notes. If I have a lyric that I like, I'll record it into voice notes. If there's an instrument, like, I record just about anything into voice notes, and then I pick it up later and put it into Logic. But I think that's about it. Like, you really don't need much to start making music. I've upgraded a bunch of times. I started with my iPad, so like, go pop off right now. You could just record on voice notes, Like, a lot of people do that, and it sounds good. So, just do what you gotta do. Just get out there, if you want to start. Maria asks, will you be or are you selling merch, CDs, and vinyls? We need to know. Thank you, Maria. I am making CDs, so those will be out for sale. They won't be out for sale just yet, but if you're interested, then make sure to let me know, and I'll obviously update you when they're ready to go. They're gonna cost around probably like $15, and then there's obviously shipping, which I quite frankly have no clue what that's gonna be. I don't know how to measure, but feel free to send me a message on Instagram or comment down below if you're interested, and we'll figure something out. For updates on just anything, make sure to follow me on Instagram, and also if you want to be part of something like this in the future and be part of the fun, then make sure to follow me on Instagram, because that's where I do everything. You're missing out. You're definitely missing out. As for merch, I have to check for interest with that one, but it would be absolutely awesome to make merch. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love to do it. I just need to know that people would be interested. So if you are interested, once again, you can just DM me on Instagram or comment down below or anything, and we'll figure something out. I do make these, but it's just a little bracelet, heart bracelet. I make them myself. They're super cute, and I would love for you guys to have them. I plan on sending some of these out with CDs as well. If you're buying a CD, you'll get one of these too, and it'll be cute. Anna, again, sorry, asks, how do you write your songs? Love you. I love you too, Anna. Thank you so much. Paige writes, what's your writing process like? You are incredible. Thank you so much, Paige. I really appreciate it. I don't know. No, listen, here's the thing. Whenever I write, I genuinely black out. Like, I'm not saying that as like a quirky thing. Like, I black out. I don't know what it is. I just kind of don't remember anything that happened. It's like I go into this like state of mind that's just not like, it's not even me, and then I just kind of get out of it and I'm like, okay, and then I just have a song. So I genuinely like don't know how to answer that question. I've always sucked at answering that question. I'm pretty sure you would like to know like tips for songwriting, which is like I just can't. Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't know. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. I want to help. But what I can say is it varies a lot. Like, sometimes I just kind of get lyrics in my head randomly, and as I said, just put it in voice notes or whatever, or notes. Other times I will have like a chord progression and I will like listen to that and then just start spitballing, and the lyrics will come. Or other times I'll like just sit down and just make a song in my head, just writing it down. It's really like, it happens in all sorts of ways. There's not really a right or wrong for me. Like, I do it in sorry. There's so many ways to do it, and there's so many different ways that I do it personally. There's no right or wrong way. It just kind of comes naturally. I've never learned how to like write songs. I just kind of do. And I think that is actually a tip. Like, just try to just write whatever. Just write. And then just see what happens, and then do it again and again and again. And I think, isn't that Ed Sheeran said that he did that a lot and then it got better and better? And he just kind of wrote every day and then got better and better. Because I do genuinely think that's how it works. That is what is happening for me. Like, I am getting better the more I write. So I think you should definitely just start writing, and just whatever comes into your head, really. If you wanted tips, I don't know, but now you know. But I hope I answered your questions efficiently. If not, I'm sorry. Joey says, what has it been like putting out your debut album, Queen? Your music is actually healing me. I'm so serious. Thank you so much, Joey. You're actually the sweetest. I love you. I don't really have feelings around it, I feel, because I haven't really been able to like do anything with it since I put it out. Like, this is like the first video stuff I'm like doing for the album since putting it out. It's just been a lot happening, and I just haven't been able to do like promotion and all that stuff. So I'm gonna start doing promotion and stuff, so I guess I'm gonna like feel it a lot more then. But I just, overall, I'm just so overwhelmed and thankful for all the great feedback. Like, you guys are just fucking awesome. I've gotten so many sweet comments and compliments, and I genuinely do appreciate that so much. And yeah, you've just been the best. I really appreciate everyone listening, and it just warms my heart so much. And my favorite statistic ever is seeing how many people have saved my songs, because that's just so cute. Like, it's just like cute. It's just like, oh my god, you liked it. So I really appreciate that. And all of you just telling me your favorite ones, and I just love you guys. I thank you so much for all the amazing feedback. But it's also been just fucking stressful. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's been so, like, I'm so stressed right now, because, as I said, it's not even really about the album. It's just I've had so little time to do stuff for the album that I'm like so stressed out about it. But it came to a point where I just had to be like, okay, whatever. Like, I can't do it right now. I'll do all the promotion stuff later on. But I couldn't. I just wanted the album out. Like, in hindsight, I put it out way too early because I just wasn't prepared at all. But I just wanted it out, and I just wanted you guys to hear it. I was so excited, and I don't regret doing it. It happens for a reason, whatever. I'm gonna start doing that now, and it's all gonna be fine. And it definitely happened for a reason, and I definitely needed the time off, probably. But overall, it's been great, and I'm very stressed but super excited for the future, and I'm so excited to start, promoting more and putting out more stuff for you guys to see. And the cycle is not over. We're just getting started. We haven't even gotten started. But I'm glad that you all have, listened to it and found your favorites and everything. It just means so much to me. I'm very happy. And like, just comments like this, your music is actually healing me. I'm so serious. Like, are you kidding? Like, that's crazy. it means so much to me. It genuinely really does. Okay, so here we have another bulk. Alex says, how long did you work on Why Hearts Stain Easily? It's such a great album, honestly. Thank you so much, Alex. I really appreciate it. And then we have, when did you start writing the album? RQ. I don't know your name. I really hope you understand who you are. And I really hope I didn't dox you. Sorry about that. And then we have Paige asking, what's the last and first song you made for the album? So I started writing and working on the album about 2 years ago. I think actually it was like pretty much exactly 2 years ago that I made the first song, which was So Real. So Real was the first song that I started making. That's now on the album. When I made So Real, I didn't make it for the album. I just was like writing like I do pretty much every day. And then it just ended up being on the album later. The first song I made that made me decide that I was going to make an album was Moonlight. I don't even think I wrote Moonlight and then I was like, yeah, I'm making an album. But that was the song that like made me want to. I started the writing process for So Real back in 2022. I'm pretty sure it was in March 2022. I'll put receipts. But yeah, I started that, and then after that one, like Moonlight was the one that like officially started the album. And then I think it took a little while in between that, and then I picked Moonlight back up and I was like, okay, I'm making an album. I think that's how it happened. And then just every single song just kind of came. And then the last, it was Optimal and Keep You. I wrote them at the same time. So it's safe to say I was feeling depressive. In short, I worked on it for pretty much exactly 2 years. I started writing the album in March 2020, and So Real is the first, Optimal and Keep You is the last. I don't know which song was the first one I finished, because I did kind of go back and forth. None of the songs were like one and done. Blake asks, what is your process? So I don't really know what that means. I've had so many I've had so many moments of clarity during this Q&A, but in hindsight I should have clarified that with Blake, what he meant. But you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna take you through the whole album process. Basically, what I did was, so I write, produce, and record all the vocals, and I do that kind of like in different orders. I do them kind of just whenever I feel like it, and I decided, I was like, that's gonna be an album. When I was writing most of them, I knew that they were going to be on the album because I was like creating a storyline. And then I had to, get the order of the songs right. Then I mix, and then I master, and then I send out, and then I do promotion. As I said, I wasn't able to do any fucking promo because I fucking suck. I'm gonna be doing that now, so I'm gonna be doing ads and stuff and sending it out to different blogs and playlists and stuff. Playlists is like what has worked the best for me. I use daily playlists a lot. I love daily playlists. It's like my go-to. I fucking hate Submit Hub. Don't even fucking get me started on Submit Hub. I don't like Submit Hub. And that's basically it. If that is what you asked. If not, sorry about that. Oh my god, I'm fucking getting berated with messages right now. I'm so sorry. I'm so easily distracted. Anyway, San asks, who would you most like to collaborate with? That is a very good question. When I read that question earlier, I wasn't trying to like think about it because I wanted this video to be more authentic, but obviously I had to put it in here, so I saw it. I was like, who do I want to collaborate? I've never thought about that. I feel like I would just love to collaborate with just about anyone. Like any artist that I like, obviously. I think collaborations are always so fun. My dream collaboration, I feel like I have to say Ariana or Taylor Swift, because if I were on a song with Ariana fucking Grande or Taylor fucking Swift, you're just good for life. You should just never be complaining about anything ever again. No, it's just, that would just be like absolutely surreal, obviously. But I really love Noah Khan. I listen to Stick Season, the album, every single day. Like, I just do. Every single day, still. And I have been there since it fucking dropped. Like, I've listened to that shit since it dropped almost every day, still to this day. It just feels so, like, I don't know, like nostalgic in a way, and also just very comforting. It's like my comfort album. And I think he's just great. He's a great songwriter. So I would love to do a song with him. I love so many artists. I would love to be on any collab. Hope that answered your question. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. We have another question from Joey. What does it feel like making the best song ever, Moonlight? Thank you. Thank you so much, Joey. It feels great. No, but it's just not. Like, I just haven't made the best song ever. I'm not that delusional. I'm delusional, but not that delusional. But Moonlight, so many of you love Moonlight so much, and I just absolutely love that. Moonlight has such a special place in my heart too. As I said, it was the song that kind of started the whole album. I don't know what to say to that. It does feel amazing that it has been received the way it has, and that you guys love it so much. That's just the best feeling ever, when a song is well received and you guys love it. That makes me feel so good, and I really appreciate that. I've gotten comments of people that want to tattoo lyrics from the song on themselves. That's crazy. I don't know if I want you to do pop off. Send me a picture if you do that. My voice is getting fucked. It feels great that it was so well received and that you guys love it so much. So thank you so much for that. And Joey, you're just too nice. You need to chill. Victoria asks, do you write and produce your own songs? The album is great. Thank you so much, Victoria. I really appreciate that. Yes, I do write and produce my own songs. This is sounding disgusting. In my head, it sounds like I'm being such a dick. I did everything on this album myself. So I wrote and produced and recorded and mixed and mastered and did all that myself. That's why this album is just always going to be very special to me, because it was just me with myself, making it. I would absolutely love to, make stuff with other people in the future. So that's not me saying that I only make music myself, but I do think this album is very special because it literally is just me. Danny asks, do you write from personal experience? I draw inspiration from everywhere, and I do draw inspiration from my personal life, but not all of the songs on the album are factually accurate. I haven't been through the real life events of all of the songs. Some of them are just completely stories that I made up in my head. I like to create a story and then draw in personal aspects and personal experiences and feelings into the story. So while the story might be a story, the feelings and stuff are probably drawn from personal experience. Not always, but Next question is, what is your favorite song on the album? By the way, mine is Band-Aid, It's Brilliant, from Emily. Thank you so much, Emily. And Christina also asks, what is your favorite song? Again, I should have clarified that. I don't know if it's just favorite song in the world or if it's on my album. I'll answer both. I don't know if I have a favorite song in the world. I actually don't think I do. There's a lot. I don't have a song that's my favorite song of all time. I have a lot, and I could talk about it forever, but I'm not going to, because this video is already 15 hours long. I can never skip that song. Every time it comes on, I'm and then I just get paralyzed, sent into an orbit, and I just sit there and just soak it in. It's just one of those kind of songs. My favorite song on the album, though, changes constantly. First of all, I love that you told me your favorite, Emily. For any of you listening to the album, please tell me your favorites, because I love hearing that shit. And I also love hearing favorite lyrics and favorite, I love that part, I love that part. I appreciate that so much. I love to know your takes on everything. So please keep telling me stuff like that. I love it. But as for my favorite on the album, it changes constantly. I have different favorites every day. Lately, I've just been fucking with So Real and Slow Burn. They just hit different lately. But also Moonlight is just always gonna have such a special place in my heart. There's just so many firsts with it, and it started the process again that I've said 100 times. I learned a lot making it, and it was just, I had such a special feeling after making it. And I remember that, and yeah, it's just, that one will always have a very special place in my heart. But right now I'm listening to probably Slow Burn, honestly, the most. I am very proud of the album though, and I do love every single song on there, and my favorite changes like all the time. I'm not kidding. Like, it changes literally every 5 minutes. Anna again, sorry, asks, what is So Real about? So Real is about you being delusional. You know, just hearing something that you like, and then despite everything else kind of being like, I can tell that you didn't mean it, and that there's things here that's not right. I'm just gonna take what I heard and I'm gonna run with it. But it's very like hopeful, very naive, which fits the storyline perfectly. And it felt like the perfect opening track. But yeah, shortly it's about somebody telling you that they love you, and you're kind of like, you didn't mean that, but you know, you did. Like, of course you did. Asha asks, can you share some behind the scenes footage, notes, etc. from the making, writing of the album? Fuck you. No, I'm kidding. Oh, I love you. You said love you. I didn't read that until I just said fuck you, and then I read that you said love you. I love you, Asha. Thank you so much for your question. I do. I didn't mean fuck you. First of all, I don't have that much behind the scenes footage, which I keep knocking myself for. I was like, oh, I really wish I had more footage from making the songs and stuff. That would be so fun to have. I have a fuckload of notes, but not really from like the like behind the scenes process, just like the final products, because I obviously change the notes. I don't write on paper because I feel like if I did, I wouldn't be able to make revisions, and that's like I make revisions all the time. I would feel like bound to the first version of the song, which I don't want to do that. But I do have voice notes. My voice notes are just fucking like insane. I have so much random shit in there. I'm sure I have so much behind the scenes stuff from making of every song, really. But I'll go through my phone and I'll put in a couple so that you get to hear some now. I'm terrified it's gonna be terrible. They're not good. I just know they're not good. If I can find some footage, I will put that in, or anything interesting to you guys. But I'll put in a couple of voice notes and then come back to the other video that I'll be making at some point for the rest. Or not for the rest. There's fucking 3,000. But if you want to hear more, come back to the video that I'm making in the future. Danny, what's up, Danny? You're back. What song on the album was the hardest to write? This one I have thought about a little bit because I legitimately had no clue. I don't feel like there was any songs that like felt more difficult to write than others or anything that like points out in my head. But I do remember that Diluted had just so many different versions, and I did so many revisions on Diluted. It has to be approximately like fucking 150. Like, no, like not 150, but it had a lot of, I did a lot of revisions. I made this list of like a bunch of words and a lot of visions that I wanted to put into the song, and I made this whole like list. Any normal person looking at that would think I'm just insane. But it was just a lot of ideas that I was like trying to fit in, and then I made like different versions with pretty much all of them, and then I ended up with the final product. And then also Be Alright had a lyric that I remember I was sitting with the last line in the first verse of be alright. Jesus, I'm sorry. The last line of the first verse. The last line of the first verse of Be Alright. I was sitting with for such a long time, I remember. And I finally got that sentence right. I finally got that sentence right. That was way harder than it should have been to say. So the first verse is, took you as a pill, laid in your arms, the mirage set in. Forged as a home, rose to an eviction pending. And the rose to an eviction pending, I was sitting with that for so long. Because it felt like it was complete, but I had one more line. I was like, what can I put in the last line to make it make sense with the rest and like help further paint the picture I wanted it to paint? And I was sitting with it for so long, and I wanted it to rhyme obviously with in, because it was the mirage set in. And then I was like, what the fuck can I put here that makes sense? Later on I was just kind of like going around with it and being like, nah, nah, nah. And then I just kind of said, was to an eviction pending. And I was like, that line popped off, and it fucking saved the whole first verse. So that was like a proud moment for me. When I got that line, I was like, yeah, that's it. And then that's just the best feeling in the world, when you get like a sentence that just completes the first verse and you just know that it's done. When you just know that it's done, it's like the best feeling ever. I was just happy with my life after that. I decided to bring up those two, but I don't really think one song was like exponentially harder to write than the others. So yeah. Ava asks, what's your favorite lyric? And Emily asks, what lyric are you the most proud of on Why Hearts Stay Easily? Thank you so much for asking. You're the sweetest. Okay, so I think I wrote this down wrong, because I remember somebody saying that one of their favorite lyrics was the lyric in Optimal. So I think I forgot to write that down. But thank you so much, Emily, for saying that. I remember that you did. I don't know how I even forgot to write that down, because I guess I was just so happy about it. I forgot. But thank you so much, Emily, for saying that. I seriously appreciate that so much. That one is actually one of my favorites too. I wrote down 4 ones from 4 different songs that I really like and I'm really proud of. The first one is from Slow Burn, and it's the fast pace and fast conversations will drop dead as soon as it ages. Mic drop, bitch. I really like that lyric. I ate, quite frankly. The second one is Redimancy, and it's the I stay in fetters, prevailing my mortality, but I give up forever to touch you, touching me back. I love that one. It's just so fun. I like that one. And I think it perfectly describes what I wanted it to describe, and it's just, yeah, I really like that one. The next favorite I have is from Optimal, which is the one that you described, Emily, which is I put all my trust in your bracket of selfish lusts. I really like that one. Again, I think it perfectly sums up pretty much the song. I think it just shows that you put everything that you had into this one person, and you put it into the wrong person, because all they saw it as was a selfish lust that they had, and fuck them. That's just kind of like a fuck you kind of thing. The final one that I wrote down is from Diluted. It is the most simple line ever, but I love it so much. It's the final line from Diluted, where it says, you're beautiful, even when your eyes spark for someone else, you're beautiful. I just love that line. I love how simple it is, yet how much it says, and I just love that line. I think it's so great. I love Diluted, honestly. That might be my favorite at this moment. Diluted hits the spot right now. I think Diluted is so cute. I just think it's so cute. The next question is, what made you think of the title of your album? Oh, this one is from my literal angel, Zarie. Thank you so much for everything you do. You're so sweet. I love you. And she also just put out a cover of my song Perfect. I'll leave a link in the description for the cover, and please go show her some love. You're so great, Zarie. Thank you so much. Ava says, why the name White Hearts Stay Easily? What does it signify? Thank you so much, Ava. I'll answer those in a bulk. What made me think of the album name was I was really, and am really, I'm still obsessed with the white heart emoji. It's so funny that that's the origin story, but it is. White is one of my favorite colors that's not a color, and I was just thinking about, I want to do something like white hearts. And then I was just kind of playing around with it, and I was like, white hearts stain easily. I was playing around with the name, and I came up with that. Again, blacked out when I did it, but I came up with the name apparently. So all I really remember is that I like had that in the back of my mind, that I wanted to do something with like a white heart, and then white hearts stain easily just kind of scratch the itch, you know. It just hit the way I wanted it to. What does it signify when you think of the color white? Like, what do you think? Innocent, pure, and naive, and all those very like new, easy to stain might be one of the things you think about. I fucking have a stain on me right now. Didn't do that on purpose. I've been trying to hide it this entire video. A white heart is supposed to symbolize an innocent and pure heart that has never really been through anything bad, or you're very naive and new to everything. The correlation between that is like white is the easiest color to stain, and an innocent and naive heart is the easiest one to mold and make an impact on. A black heart, which is like someone who's been through a lot, is a lot tougher and is a lot more guarded. Is harder to stain or make an impact on, whether that is for better or worse. You know, like having a black heart isn't a good thing or a bad thing. Having a white heart isn't a good thing or a bad thing, because like good and bad things can come from both of them. If you have a very black heart and you've like been through so much and you won't let people in, you're very guarded, then that's sad, you know, and you won't get the joy of the love and the happiness, and who knows, like that could be your person, that could be everything, but you missed out because you're so guarded. But then, you know, having a white heart is like you're letting just about anyone into your life. So I think it's about kind of finding a balance in that, being open but also kind of being realistic about things and seeing things the way that they are, and not seeing everything through a rose-colored lens. Yeah, so I kind of wanted to do that. In the beginning, you are this very innocent person, and then your heart kind of gets stained throughout the journey is kind of what I'm trying to paint the picture of. I used the word stain instead of, for example, like paint or any other like synonym or whatever, because staining something is usually an accident. Like, you don't usually mean to stain something, which I did not mean to stain this motherfucker. It just happened, you know? So it's like you don't mean to impact someone's life to the extent that you do sometimes. It just kind of happens as an accident, and you rarely realize how easy it is to do so. So it feels like a little caution that like maybe think about how like you're kind of affecting someone before you start talking shit or doing something. At the other side of things, it's like it's very easy to make someone happy and impact their day in a good way. You can stain someone's heart in a good way too, which there is a lot of on this album. A hi and a you look good today goes a long way. That's something that can really impact someone and that you don't think will, because it's such a small little detail, but it will like impact someone's day or life even. It's like a caution, like be careful with what you say to people, but it's also like remember that you can just say small little things and it can like do so much for people. It's made me think too, you know, like I was sent into deep thought after I like kind of thought about the album name and came up with it. So I think we could all kind of take that into consideration more. And I really would like that people, when they hear this album and think of the album name, think of that and kind of start, you know, going into a deep thought about their life. Nothing better than a fucking mental crisis on the verge of happening. I would love that this album is like thought-provoking and it like provokes deep thought and desperation. I'm kidding. I think it's nice that every time you think about the album or think about the album name, you can think about that I need to remember that I can stain people's heart easily, whether that is for the better or for the worse. Alia or Aliyah again. Hello. What is the album about? Can you say hi, Nadia? I just said hi. I'm sorry, I fucked it up. I'll read it from the beginning. What is the album about? Can you say hi, Nadia and Aliyah? We love you so much. Oh, thank you so much. Of course I can. Hi, Nadia. Hi, Aliyah. I hope you're doing great. Thank you so much for all of your support. Hope I said your names right. Is there a meaning behind the track list? I'm your biggest fan, Emily. Thank you so much, Emily. You're so sweet. Thank you for sending in questions. Is it a concept album? It's seriously the best album I've heard in a long time. From Allison. Thank you so much, Allison. I hate this. This is so cute. Why are you guys being cute? You don't have to be so cute. First of all, thank you so much, Allison. Thank you. That means so much to me. Thank you so much. So, yes, it is a concept album, and yes, there is a meaning behind the track list. I'm kind of scared to say it's a concept album because I feel like I'm gonna get attacked. If what I'm saying right now isn't a concept album, then I'm sorry. I feel like I'm gonna get attacked. Well, the album is about how people you meet during your life will impact your life and impact you as a person and help change you as a person. This album focuses on 3 relationships. I never know how many relationships I want to say because it is kind of 3, but it's also just 2 are just way more serious, and then it's one that's but it is there, and then the end is kind of an open ending. It's a new beginning kind of thing. But I would say the album is about you changing, and it kind of focuses around 3 relationships. There are bigger ones and there are smaller ones, and then there's at the end it's kind of a new start and a new beginning. I would say it is a concept album because it is about a person being shaped through their experiences and being shaped by the people they meet and their actions, and also this person staining the other people's hearts as we go through, and seeing that this person is being stained but also causing that and inflicting that on others, whether that is for better or worse. That's debatable and changing. Yeah, and you can definitely see change as the track list progresses and as we go down the track list, and you can notice a change in this person and how they kind of confront situations and stuff. An example that I have of that is the change between So Real and Redemancy and I Love You But I Can't Let You Go and All My Life, which all of those are love songs, but the approach is very different, and this person's thought process and way of going about things has just changed a lot because of things they've been through in the meantime. In So Real and Redemancy, you're kind of very open, enthusiastic, and very naive and just happy to be here kind of thing. Just very hopeful about the relationship. And then in I Love You But I Can't Let You Go and All My Life, there's definitely been a change, and you can feel that there's more doubt. You're scared of being in love again because it has hurt you before, versus in the first songs you're not, because you haven't been through that, so you're kind of just this is awesome. You have walls up and you're more tainted by the experience. I'm scared to have that happen again, and I don't want to get hurt again. I'm scared of becoming attached because things might not turn out the way you initially wanted them to. Basically, you're very eager to fall in love in Redemancy and So Real, and in I Love You But I Can't Let You Go and All My Life you're more scared to. You can also see that in All My Life you're kind of beginning to be hopeful again. You're maybe this could be it, and then it all goes to shit, obviously. There's differences like that, and you can definitely see that progress throughout the album. All of the songs in this album can stand alone as their own story and their own song. You can listen to your favorites and it'll still make sense, you know what I mean? They speak for themselves, while they're also written and made as part of a bigger story and a bigger picture. That's all I really wanted for this album to be, and I'm so happy that I am happy with the result and that I feel I managed to do that, because there is a thread throughout the album. It has little references and Easter eggs and stuff to other songs. The references are kind of following along in the story as we go and kind of referencing back to things that has happened and having a little foreshadowing to things that are going to happen in the future. There is a line in Diluted that's referencing Keep You. If you've heard Keep You, the chorus goes, I only wish I would have let me keep you. And then in Diluted, it says, just in case you will let me keep you, which basically means you've learned from the previous experience in Keep You, and you're now all in on this person, and the ball's kind of in their court. You're not making the same mistake, but you know, it's kind of up to the other person if they'll let you hold on and if they're willing to put in the same amount of effort. So if you really listen and go deep in the lyrics, you can find some of those. If you do sit down and look at that, then please let me know which ones you find, because that's really fun. That is personally one of my favorite things people do in music, like reference songs and kind of tie things together and kind of further things that you have talked about before. It makes everything have a deeper meaning, which I really love. This album does have a deeper meaning than just surface level, and it ties together, and I love that. I love it. That was all the questions that you guys asked. I've been sitting here for approximately 5 hours. I've been here for so long, and I'm so hungry. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for being so supportive and appreciating the music and asking all these amazing and thoughtful questions. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all your kind comments. I love all of you so much. There's been a lot going on recently. I just haven't been able to do a lot for the album, but that's about to change, let me tell you. I am gonna explain this a little better probably on Instagram, so again, go follow me there. Everything that happens over there. This is my Instagram. Go follow me, please, I'm begging you. I'm kidding, but just do it if you're interested. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give each song a week, if that makes sense. I'm gonna go front to back on the album. In the song weeks, I'm gonna do different things on like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. If something like happens to delay or anything, then, you know, we'll just skip a week and then continue where we left off. But I'll update you guys on that as we go along. I genuinely love every single song on this album so much, and I think it deserves that. And have a week where it's like the spotlight's on that song and that song alone, because it's hard to get everything to shine through when you're putting out an album, and I think this way is kind of the best way I can do that. As I said earlier, if there's any things that didn't get answered in this video that you're wondering, please comment down below and let me know. As I said, if you're interested in like CDs, merch, whatever, let me know. And if you thought you got rid of me just yet, you're completely wrong. This era hasn't even started yet. We got a lot to do, and there's gonna be a lot of content, but no, it's gonna be so much fun moving forward, and I'm so excited to do this. I think it's gonna be super exciting doing a week for each song. I think you guys are really gonna love it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all your questions. Thank you so much for all your support. I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. This was fun. I never do talking videos. This was fun. Have a great life until I see you next time. Bye. And that's that on this podcast episode of Fuck My Life. This is my cat. I'm stuck. He's been through the whole process with me, so he knows everything. He knows everything. So. Alright, we're gonna say goodbye now. Goodbye. Bye. Goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. John, can you please remove yourself? Thank you. Okay.